I must admit that I'm quite impressed with what I call Black Amber Alert that Polite had put out regarding his missing daughter. I'm pleased to announce that his daughter has been found. Now, what I find to be quite interesting, at the number of videos after he announced that, people started making videos and sharing the link regarding his missing daughter. And you even had dudes that did not like Polite that shared the information with bad intentions and had no idea that they were also helping to put out information regarding Polite's missing daughter. Now, a real father could completely understand what Polite was feeling, even when he broke down and started crying. A man that has been in his child's life can relate to Polite regardless of what you agree with and regardless of what you don't agree with. Even those that claim to hate and dislike Polite. Even those that claim that Polite scammed them. If you are a real father, if you are in your child's life, you will have compassion on Polite and the fact that his daughter came up missing. Now, he's in Miami, and Miami is known for child sex trafficking and children coming up missing. And it only takes a second to lose a child if you don't pay attention to them. Now, there's many of us that may read books, we may think we're conscious, and we think we have all the knowledge and science, and especially those that are atheists and don't believe in God, because I'm sure that somewhere in Polite's psyche or his emotions, he was praying inside himself saying, Lord, if you are real, let me find my daughter. And although he may not admit it, I'm sure somewhere in his being, his spirit was crying out that the Most High will find his daughter. Right? So it's just interesting how hateful and mean people can be to even put out in the ethers that they're happy that this man lost his daughter. Now, when Polite put out that Amber Alert, I'm calling it a Black Amber Alert, he had no idea who was going to respond to that. And there were dudes, man, that actually set out to try to find his daughter. I give big ups to those dudes. But then there's this group that don't like Polite, and because of who Polite is, and because of what people think Polite have, this could have went completely south. Somebody could have found his daughter, kidnapped her, and then tried to hold her for ransom, saying that if Polite want his child back, he have to do this and this, or he have to give up this and this, just because they don't like Polite. So I'm glad that he found his daughter, but if I'm gonna offer a suggestion to Polite, I'd say to him that never let your guards down when it comes to your daughter. I know she's 13, and I know there's parents out there that think, well, she's 13, she knows better, she knows where to find me, she knows this, but somebody can overpower somebody, right? And luckily she got away from the dude that was saying, yo shorty, let me holler at you, and then got out the car and pursued after her. She didn't know who this dude was, and luckily she ran into a vegan place that knew Polite and his children, and they contacted him, right? So even when you're on live and you making videos, know where your daughter is, because there's times that Polite did videos, he was on live, and his daughter was just him and his daughter. And he was saying, I'm hanging out with my daughter. And while he was on live, he was walking away from his daughter because his mind was so into what he was doing. And I'm looking at that like, bruh, you better keep an eye on your daughter. She's little in stature. She may be 13, but she's small in stature. Right? She looks very fragile. And I'm looking like, okay, your back is turned towards your daughter. Your daughter's way down the street and you're walking because you're on live, and you let your guards down and you think that she's going to be okay, but it only takes a second for them to snatch up your child. I know when I'm out with my granddaughter, and even when I'm not out with my granddaughter, I'm always asking, where is she? Even when she's with her other grandparents, I'm asking, where is she? Who is she with? Right? Because sometimes people get very slothful and lack because they will leave their child with just anybody because they know them, and don't realize that that friend, that male friend or even female that you left your child with because she's your best friend, and now you want to go to the store and leave your child with your best friend, and she don't care because that's not her child. So she may say, well, I got to go down to the corner right quick. Could you watch my child? And then leave it with her friend. And then your child end up getting molested or raped or come up missing. So always keep your eyes on your children. I don't care if they're 13 years of age and you think they know better and they're smart and they have knowledge. Polite was lucky this time. And the universe apparently was on his side, because anything could have happened, especially in Miami. Miami is known for children coming up missing. And they will snatch your child up quick and you will never see her again. Right? So I'm glad he found his daughter. Big ups to him. And Polite broke down. He's a human being. He's a man. And any man out there that's been in their child's life now, in my own opinion, those dudes out there that's speaking foul and reckless and saying that they're happy that his daughter was missing because they have a personal thing against Polite, you can usually tell who's been in their child's life if they have children. You could tell the real fathers, because real fathers will put aside their differences and say, yo, that's too bad, man. I hope you find your daughter. In spite of what they're going through, they're going to say, yo, man, I have daughters. I have some children. I got sons, man. So as a dad, I understand. See, we always hear the women talk about black women and what it takes to be a woman and what it's like to be a woman. But when it comes to being a man, and especially if you have children and you are in your children's life and you have that bond and connected with your child, when you see another man going through this, you're going to feel that. You now become a part of that man's family, regardless of what you may have against that person. You may not like that person, but because of the fact that he's a dad and he's concerned about his missing child, you will feel that. And if you don't feel that, I question the condition of your soul. So big up to Polite. I'm glad that he found his daughter. I would just say, just be careful. Even when you're on live, man, when it's just you and your daughter and you on live and you're doing live videos and you walking away from her and you just know that she's safe because she's on her phone, right? But it only takes a second, man. It takes no time. And you being from Brooklyn, man, you know better. So feedback, tell me what you think. It could happen to anybody at any time. Until next time, I'm fearless.